Thursday. You guys are doing well wherever you are in the world. Okay, so for those of you guys that catch this on a replay, this video or this live, or to you it'll be video at that point. Just watching a pre-recorded. Well, you know what I'm saying. We're gonna be talking about the Tissot as a company today, the PRX. I do have a video on this one. I haven't released a video. Just kind of thinking about the video I dropped. I just want to kind of give you like my live reaction of the watch, because here's the deal. I'm not like a. I've reviewed the watch and mulled it over a little bit, compared it to some of the other pieces that I have in my collection, man. But what's up, Vic? Welcome in. But I just wanted to give my, my interpretations of this watch. I actually have two of them over here. Now, here's the interesting part of Tissot. I actually did some research on the company as a whole, because normally I'll see when a company actually started, and I like to see what challenges they went through. What was like the hardest thing they had to endure over the course of their existence. And some watch companies are very, very interesting. In this one, Tissot, literally father and son business, right? They started a watch school, got acknowledged by the Swiss, and from there, their relationships. Now, I was looking at their video, and it was crazy. One of the places it said or mentioned that Tissot was sold at was Chicago, right? So, I get hyped. That's my hometown. I was like, yo, relationship with Chicago. And then, I had found out one thing, and I'm being honest, I've never really researched the entirety or the history of Chicago. Just like I know about Chicago Fire, I know that Western is one of the longest streets in the world as far as the city's concerned. There's a lot of stuff in there, but like it was funny that the relationship with Tissot in Chicago and then other places in the world. So we know that Tissot has a PRX. That's what we're going to be talking about. This piece right here, right? What's up, Kenny? We're talking about this piece right here. This is the Powermatic 80. And I mentioned this on a previous video that I was just excited about the presentation of this. I didn't jump on it when it first came out, like the hype. I was looking at other stuff, man. But once I got a chance to sit down and look at this piece, that blue, I think is like one of the best. But then you look at, they have a black version of this, black dial, and then the hunter green in that gradient. Gosh, man, it's not really gradient. It's just waffle dial. That thing is amazing. And the biggest downfall to this watch, it is actually talked about on YouTube, period. It's just because it has plastic parts in it, right? And the advantage of having the plastic parts is, going through, what's that machine? When you go through the airport, if you're wearing your watch, X-ray machine, the magnetism on that thing is crazy. You don't have to worry about that or disrupting your watch, slowing it down, or anything like that. So, all in all, and I'll show you here how flat this thing is. It's just under 11 millimeters tall, 40 millimeters diameter. Got the 70 vibe. Now, this thing, though, when you size it, so it does come with two half links on either side. As you can see, I still have half link on that side. I didn't have to really take out a lot for this watch to fit me, but because it is a butterfly style clasp, it's going to be different. What's going on, Robert Wood? It is going to be different. Rob, man, yo, your buddy, bro. Woo. Was it Kurt? Man, y'all showing the panelized where I was sitting there like salivating, like, God, dog, why they doing this to me tonight? I was sitting there thinking, man, listen, Rob, I was literally looking through my collection. I said, man, I would get rid of that, and that just to get my hands on that radio mirror, man. And I know it's pricey, man, but that, oh my gosh, that watch is, man, Rob, I feel like you still taunting me right now, Rob, just because you up with me this morning and you in the chat. I feel slighted. Not really. I'm glad you're here, bro. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being a member, man. I see that like your love and passion for watches, man, is just crazy, man. You and your crazy radio voice, bro. But anyway, getting back to the PRX. Now, you know what's crazy is I was looking at an old video. Of course, I'm always going through YouTube and looking at what is the industry talking about when it comes to okay, get that out of here. When it comes to certain watches, and it's hit or miss, man. It's like it's almost as if whatever is popular right then, that's what's going to get all the praise. We discovered or talked about, you know, the other day when we talked to PRX, that there are certain YouTubers, big names, that don't. I'm not gonna say they don't like it, but they'll prefer other watches over that brand. Some watchmakers don't like it. It's not that this piece right here. The movement goes out, you're pretty much replacing the movement. And I was made aware that if this movement was to go out, there's some other options for this watch, right? But you have to have a watchmaker that knows exactly what they're doing to give you alternative to not having that the plastic. They can actually replace that. Now you lose that 80-hour power reserve unless they can do it. I don't know. Watchmakers come up with some crazy stuff, man. That's all I can tell you. I sat there and watched Kokomo Watch Company. I call them Watch Country. I've sat in there and watched them work, and it's amazing. Just it's just amazing. That's all I can say. Mr. Boswell is on another level. Not me, bro. Nope, not me. All right, so you guys know, like I said, I jumped into the PRX. I got the Glacier Blue, but then it led me to this one right here. Now, this is the latest and the greatest, and I just received word this morning that next week, just tune in next week, I'm gonna show you another version of this, right? There's a newer colorway. Tissot just released a new colorway, and that one is coming. And I'll get a chance to take a look at it, man. So, what is the stark difference in between the two? Of course, off top, you know, three-hander, chronograph. It still has the same vibe. Now, if you look at the comparison, here, listen. I'm gonna get the camera turned around, because I don't know if y'all looking at me while I'm trying to show off the beautifulness of the watch. That's one thing about the live, bear with me. All right, get you guys turned to the side here and get my assistant out. Of course, I'm gonna get my assistant. Trap just finished my breakfast. Me too. I just finished mine too. It's Kenny's birthday today. Hey yo, Kenny, happy birthday, brother. Okay, so this piece right here, right on here, you have a pretty decent crown. I think it's proportionate for the size of the watch, in my opinion. Oh, hold on. So this one I think is dope too. Is the T. I got it upside down because I just wound it. But just wind it back. It's non-screw down. You don't have. It doesn't screw down, which is cool. And I think it's like was it 10 bar? So it's decent because it's more like a dress watch to me, dressy sport. But this is the like my favorite part of the watch, outside of the dial, of course. But like that, the way it catches the light, and you can see, I wear this watch like crazy. This watch it's been going through his paces with me. But I am in the honeymoon phase with this bad boy. Now let's talk gradient dial. So you see how the outer part close to the rehat is darker, and then you get to the inner part, and then if you take this outside, once the sunlight hits this thing is complete. Like, it'll give you an appreciation for the watch. I'm telling you. Now, it's a lot going on the dial right here. So you got your second hands over here. You got your 12-hour counter. You got the 30-minute counter. Now, this is something I think is really dope, because one thing I learned about, this is a Valjoux 7750. I'm gonna show you. 7753. It's a 7753 AO5. So you see, man, look at that pelage, man. That is beautiful, man. Tissot badged on there, sapphire crystal. Now, here's the important thing. Because we're in the AM, right? If you were to set a Valjoux, at a movement, and you set it in the improper position, you can literally damage your watch. So, and setting the date can be a chore if you don't know what you're doing. So on this one, once you get established that you're in the AM, you come back around, like the lower, I always do mine around between 6:30 6:45. That's what time I always set mine. So let's say, for instance, like when I got this watch, the date wasn't set. You can make sure you get it to the right, like I said, the proper time. But you see this right here? That is your date set, quick date set, and it comes with this tool right here, so you don't have to worry about. And it's Tissot brand too. You don't have to worry about it. You just press it, and which is, I think, is dope. Now here are, I'm gonna say, in my opinion, I like it's robust. It's a thick watch, so it's very thick. So like I said, this one is just under 11 millimeters tall. This one is 13 and a half, I think. So it's a thicker timepiece, very robust, machined like none other. It's almost like one of those watches where you're proud to wear this sucker. That's for me. Now there are some features on here that people will not like, and there were some that had already voiced their opinions. Once you get this watch wound, and it's not a screw down crown. Winding this watch, you do have to put some effort into it. Once you press the function pushers on here, it's a nice click. It's very sturdy, man. The click on this thing is intense, right? So this thing, it's more like a freaking machine, man. Like an elegant machine. I don't know what, like, it kind of reminds me of, what was that car? The Eleanor, was it the Ford Fastback? That's what this just reminds me of, man. It's just like sturdy muscle. And that green is so dope. So I can't wait to see what the blue looks like, man. That thing is going to be amazing, I think, in my opinion. But one thing about the Valjoux movements is once you shake this on your, I see you, Lee. Get out of here, Lee. I got my back to the wall, bro. Hold on, man. Hold on. I got to put this down. I got to make sure. Hold up, y'all. Hold on. That dude, he just came back there and sat behind me, man. I think that's probably one of Lee's ops. Lee, you thought you had me. So let's get back into the watch, man. Y'all, I got distracted, man. Anytime Lee come in here, man, he my nemesis, man. Is my nemesis, y'all. I got to be careful, man, because he out here trying to bop people over the head. Welcome in, everybody. Anybody just walked in I didn't see. Thelonious. Vinny. Here you go, writing notes. An official hand pointer as well. Man, watch out, bro. Now, y'all know that the one thing though about this, like once you get it shaken up, right? Of course, you can't see it on camera, but it has a wobble to it. There were a few people in here when I showed this watch the other day, there were a few people, they absolutely hate that wobble. One of the characteristics of having a Valjoux 7750 movement on your wrist is you will hear it move. You will feel it move, right? So this thing is a very personal, I would say it's an acquired taste. So I can't say this would be the best watch for you. You know, whoever, if you're into Swiss-made timepieces, can't say this will be the absolute best watch for you, but I will say at least give it a shot. Go check it out. If there's an AD next to you or close to you or somewhere that sells the PRX, as far as I'm concerned, absolutely beautiful watch, man. This thing is one of my favorites. Yup, and I say that so much, man. Like, if you've been with me for any stretch of time, bro, you know them. Like, hey, Trap, how many favorite watches you got? All of them. I mean, shoot, y'all see I actually have my I'm switching between this and one of my Invicta Pro divers today, you know, and it's like I'm not even doing like 4 hours at a time. So after this live, I'm putting my Invicta back on, and then once I get to traveling and doing my thing today, I'm putting this back. I'm putting this PRX back on. Right now, speaking of which, price that's gonna be major. I guess I don't know what the industry standard is, man. As a consumer of YouTube, I'm rating this based off of popularity and what I see being promoted on a regular basis. So I'm going to say most chronographs at this stature is going to be around $2,000 to like $2,000 to $3,000. This watch comes in at $1,800, $1,896 to be exact. Right now, here is the kicker. So we're 15 minutes into it. If you have yet to go to Trifecta, because that's where I got this from, I have a link down below. You don't have to be close to the area. He does shipping. He ships everywhere for the most part, right? There are some special stuff, like for you guys that's overseas, I would say reach out to Jake and he'll explain to you what you need to do. But this watch is $1,896 off top. It'd behoove you to, if you like the watch, if you're thinking that you may want to use this or own this watch, tell Jake that you heard through the grapevine or through the Trapvine that this watch is available, and you see what type of deal you guys can work out. So that will be that. And then also, I would love for you guys down there, like for anybody that is watching this on a replay, put down in the description what is your favorite chronograph that you own, a chronograph that you may want to have, right? And then of course, what do you think about this chronograph right here, or the Tissot brand as a whole? Giving you a good look at it. Sapphire crystal. Oh, the loom is not really as bright. I mean, but it's not a what you call that, like a dive watch. Loom is cool. I say the loom is very professional. And the one thing I like about it is, even though these dials are, you know, shaped the same, 40 millimeter, 42 millimeters. So this is very, like I said, this is a beast of a watch for the Tissot PRX. And then this also eliminates that argument about this watch is serviceable, where the regular 300, the Powermatic 80, he goes out, just replace the movement. I think it's well worth it, man. I think it's well worth it. This one is up also too. So of course, Powermatic 80 hours. So you got about 3 days to do whatever. This one is about 60. They say up to 68 hours. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Okay, so I'm gonna get into the comment section real quick. So they come up with free timepieces. My tip holding normal today. Hopefully this COVID on the way out. Need that to show in my collection. Jeez, man, here we go. Free 99. Jeez. Trap, if you could have one for free, would you take the PRX Chrono or the PR 516 Chrono? I've actually, that's a good question, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh, Monk, why you doing that? Because I like that one too, bro.
I watched you run into that's my time.
I think that, in my opinion, the PR 516 is more versatile than this one, right? So, and I've had a chance to actually, you know, I'll probably go with the other one. Yeah, if I was to get one free, I would get that one. I like that one. I like, because it's more of a personal feel because it's mechanical. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, that was some vicious code. But no, I'll go with the 516. And I don't think I'll go wrong with that one. That thing is beautiful too. That thing is beautiful, and I think it's, like I said, it's more versatile than this one, and it's not as heavy. That one's heavy too. That one's heavy. And two, hold up. Guess what? I got my scale with me today. Oh, let's see. So I'm going to weigh this one first. Two links have been taken out. So we're at 132.5 grams. And the same with this one. Braces fit same. Even though it's a 42 millimeter, I took out two links. And that bad boy is 177.5 grams. Yeah. That's crazy. That's a thick one. That's a thick one. That's a huge boy. Still want you to feel better, bro. Thanks, man. I'm good. I'm just. Monk. Okay, and then I looked at that watch that you told me about. Was it the day before yesterday? I didn't reach out to the company. Bro, I absolutely dig that watch. Man, for $269, bro, that watch is phenomenal. And I just and that's just off looking of somebody else handling it, man. I gotta see that watch in person, man. I gotta see that watch in person. And when we talk about options, man, see, and I appreciate you showing me or telling me about that watch, because that one, and that's one thing I definitely want to go down that rabbit hole of options, man. I was watching I Am James. Watching James. Watching. I said I Am James. Watching James. I Am James. You're watching me. I love his channel. I love the way he presents, man. That's just me. But yeah, he showed a watch that I liked the watch. It had a Miyota 8000 something in it, and it was $1,000. Now, if you got in listen, I'm gonna just tell you, go over there. And I think it was like 2 videos. Like, he just dropped one yesterday, but it was a video he did before. That watch, or maybe it was the last video he did. The packaging is crazy, man. The packaging is crazy. You gotta go see it, man. You gotta go see it. The packaging looked like it could be a playset for like either Batman or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Take your pick. Man, it was so dope. But like when he got to the price of the watch, I was like, eesh. But you gotta, and I would love for you guys to watch that video and let's have a conversation about it. And I'll more than likely do that type of episode next week. I won't be able to do it this week because I got so much going on. Tomorrow we'll be heading towards Virginia for a watch event, barbecue, right? And the watch event is you guys get to watch 2 guys put their watches up, battling and stuff like. I even made a new video for it too, like a little. It's a minute long. Tell them, Trap. Is your phone floating over the table? Nope. Still upset about the Breitling. Oh, okay. So, all right, that's what you said. Tell them about the Breitling. Okay, so check this out, y'all. Last week when Vic had went on vacation, and me and Vic had now get this. Let me back you all the way up. So Vic goes on vacation, him and his wife, and they are avid travelers when it comes to Disney and stuff like that. And they absolutely love going down there, and they always, like, Vic goes into the NAD, and he has this thing for Breitling, right? Super Ocean to be exact. So this was a year in the making. We can actually go back further than that, but like we talked about this all year. So he said, bro, I got to do some stuff. I got to do this. I got to move this around. I got to move this, and we going to do this, and we going to have fun. But I have to get this watch because Vic, though we call him Magnum Vic, has not purchased a Magnum watch from Invicta for over a year, I think. And that was for 2 reasons. They haven't put out anything new to excite him, and he wanted to slow down anyway because his collection is pretty much solid. So this was his exit watch. Not to say he was done with collecting, but this was like his exit watch. And he get down there to the AD, pinpoint the watch that he liked, got the watch, y'all. He bought the Breitling Super Ocean. It's the blue, it's contrasted blue with the white dial. Beautiful watch. Had the watch for 14 hours and it failed, malfunctioned. Take it back to him. He went through some little, verbal stuff. Not nothing serious, but the crown popped out. And maybe it was because it was a display piece and stuff like that, man. But yeah, Vic got his grail, and his grail failed. He was let down. So, is it Breitling's fault? Could it be the AD's fault? It really don't matter whose fault it is. Could you imagine getting to the top of Mount Everest? You practice for years getting your body conditioned to get to the top of Mount Everest, and you get up there, man, and a goat kicked you off. Could you imagine? You made it to the top, and before you got to take your pick or stamp your flag down in there, you get a goat just kicks you off all the way down to the base. And see, so cartoon properties apply to these questions when I ask you, because of course if you get kicked off Mount Everest, you die once you hit to the bottom. But just imagine, Vic, he probably died inside. He didn't technically die. He didn't physically die. But those emotions, man. It's like me getting to my panel ride, like, yo, I got my panel ride, and Lee comes over, boop, knock me over the head. I've been wanting this panel ride for years. Now it's gone. I think I'll be so crushed. I would have to get counseling. Just the thought of it. I feel like crying for Vic right now. Vic, I promise I feel like just like, dude, because you know what? As a watch collector, I absolutely love when you guys get your victories. When you're saying, hey, yo, Trap, I just got this watch. Or you show your watches that you've been wanting for a long time. Or if you allocated enough money to get that watch and you post it, you guys are sending stuff to me on Instagram. I'm like, man, I celebrate with you. So I celebrated with him because he sent me the picture, but then like 14 hours after he told me, he sends me this like, Trap, man, it's not good, man. I'm like, yo, what's wrong? Tell me what happened. I was like, oh, bro, that's crazy. Hey, Lee, I sent you a message, bro. I sent you a message. Check your Instagram, bro. Check your IG. Oh yeah, bro. Monk, I definitely like that watch. I would love, man, bro. They don't have to, man. Look, I don't have to keep it. See, that's one thing, though. You know what? There are some cases, and I'm going to say this because I do. You'd be surprised how many people watch your videos, regardless of how many subscribers you have. You'll be surprised the eyes that look. And I don't ever want to be a person to say, hey, give me your watches, give me the watches, because there's a lot of money that goes into that. And I know business, but seeing that I personally know watchmakers and guys that are out here creating watches, there's so much money that goes into it, man. And I wouldn't dare ask, you know what I'm saying? Like, matter of fact, let's take Justin, for example, at Monta. I'm sure, I'm 100% positive that he's been burned before with people when it comes to that, you know what I'm saying? I've heard horror stories when it comes to YouTube, man. Some YouTubers get into this thought process of like, hey, look, I'm doing you a favor by showcasing this. It's a partnership, honestly. You know, like, hey, you send me the watch, I'm trusting, and especially, so Justin paid for shipping there and back, right? I would have paid for the shipping, you know, and I get, there may be an argument on like, well, you know, if you're showcasing that watch, and if somebody picks the watch up, then you've just made them money and you don't get anything for it. Well, being in a position I'm in, and being who I am, I believe in people in their free, I ain't gonna say free enterprise, but like I believe in people's enterprise. I believe in their business. I believe that, hey, they're trying to make money and there is a partnership. So it's almost like, sort of like giving my resume. Like, hey, bro, send me this. Let me check it out. You know what I'm saying? There's no money attached. I don't need nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you do sell some stuff, and we can talk later. If there are more people buying watches from you through my channel, okay, let's have a discussion. You know what I'm saying? I would love for a company to send me a watch or something like that. And guess what I can do? I can send it to one of you guys, especially my members. The people that's been supporting it, oh yeah, I would definitely love to send you guys watches. I pretty much have, like, I'm at that point, y'all, now that there's one watch that will, like, literally curve. If I got that watch today, it'll be wraps for companies like Formex, because I really love Formex, man. I think Formex is a dope watch, and ever since Dave D told me about Formex, I've enjoyed that watch. And I didn't need anybody else's video. I put the Formex in my hand and looked at it and enjoyed. Oh man, that watch is something else. Oh, let me get in the comments real quick. Let me hold that green PRX. Love me some Breitling, LOL. Please take care of that. So upset. What's up, Scott? Exactly, yes, you know, so for you, like the Infinity Stones with that else, man, you crazy. Breaks over. Oh man, Scott's out of here. Is it weird to ask a man what's his wrist size? As long as you keep it that way, bro. Like, yeah, like just, you good. You good. Shower, not a grower. It's 9 o'clock somewhere, right? Oh my gosh. Man. Yeah, Lee, I need you to answer that. I haven't checked my Instagram this morning, so you probably did. You probably did already. I'm on an all-day break today. Oh my gosh, man. Yes. If I got the Panerai right now, man, it'll be over for a lot of watches that I want, man, because like I have a thing for Certina, and man, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. And this isn't what somebody told me. Outside of a few people said, like, hey, I have a very strange way to collect watches. I had this said before. But y'all, like when I'm doing an inventory check of what I have in my collection and seeing how I collect now, I'm not, I don't know, man. Like, I guess I am across the board, man. If you're trying to pinpoint what style I like, you know, dive watches is my number one love. I absolutely love dive watches. But then, you know, you look down, you say, I'm not a dress watch guy at all. Just not, man. And I'm not against dress. I love the way dress watches look. I just, you know, I do. I think they're like phenomenal. But I prefer to have like an everyday, well-rounded, gotta watch, you know. But then it's just that PRX, man. And not PRX, that Panerai, man. That Panerai is just one of the best looking watches I've ever seen. I had the chance to put in. And if it, you know what? And I've heard all of the ups and downs, in betweens, and when it comes to watches, man, I'm fine. Do you understand that when it comes to watch buying and being an enthusiast and all this, there's people that have said on this platform, you haven't begun to collect until you got a Speedy. And I say BS. You haven't, if you collect, and I've heard this before, if you have a small wrist and you get into the Panerai, you don't know how to collect. You're not a good collector or whatever the case is. I'm paraphrasing. And all I'm gonna say you is this: social media is full of opinions. None of it is factual when it comes down to each one of us. You know, and again, man, to each his own. To each his own. But I'm telling you that Panerai is such a beautiful watch, man. And I think, you know, some watches that really just like blow my socks off. I like this PRX, honestly. And I got a number of. I have a bunch of chronographs. This is my favorite chronograph right now. This is my favorite chronograph. And then I heard, you know, understand, you know, I think you hear, I've heard so many people on YouTube, or enough people on YouTube state when it comes to certain watches. So what was it? Jubilee. You have to say Jubilee style because Jubilee owns the rights. I mean, not Jubilee, but Rolex owns the rights to Jubilee since they created that style of bracelet. And I know Rolex does not play. They will send you a cease and desist for certain things. But Yeah, so I don't know, man. I try to be careful with the verbiage I use and stuff like that because I heard somebody say that this watch has a gradient style dial, but it's not gradient. And I'm like, it does. Look at it. It's dark around there and then it gets lighter. And I can't wait to see the blue. But I think, on screen, I hope I can turn it around, like getting this thing even better. Hold on. So you guys get a better look at it. On screen, I mean, and you're not capturing, the camera's not capturing just how rich that green is. The olive green is dynamic, man. It's crazy.
I'm missing the 4 pieces of bacon and 4 more pancakes.
I don't know, man.
Just give me thumbs up.
I don't know. Um, hold on, let me,
How's the eggs look for everybody?
because it'll be cheaper too.
And bacon
Hold
look
up,
alright
hold
for
up.
everybody too? Okay, so I will be right back with the rest, okay?
I personally like the radio mirror more than aluminum. Me too. I don't necessarily have to have the crown guard. I think it's cool, but the radio mirror is the one. I just have to go with that. You're gonna have to change your name to Trap. Hey, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Because hold up, hey, I'm screenshotting that. I'm gonna keep this forever, bro. Hold on, I'm keeping that forever. I promise. So when I get it, I promise you getting all credit, bro. Cause that's crazy. I like that, man. I like that. Let me see, Space G. Have you seen the new anniversary brightness? I have not. I have not. Tortola. Oh yeah, that part of, okay, yeah. And if I recall correctly, TGV was saying go for the ones that have the ETA movements. Yes. I personally like it. Yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's what I'm going for. Here's the deal. I don't want
Okay, so I'm still waiting on this pancake.
I don't personally I don't want a watch that has
Okay, I'll be right back with you.
in-house movement. That's just an expense I don't want to tackle. I'll mess with like my other movements. I'll get that, and you know what I'm saying, because case in point, as I'm sitting in KWC, right, and they were taking watches in. There were people coming there like, "Hey, this watch needs this," and they were on the phone. They were on the phone with a customer, and they were talking, discussing. What was it? A Paddock, right? I think it was a Paddock. I don't know what model number it was, but they quoted him an extremely high price, right? I don't know if the person took it or not, but I asked the question because I don't know. I'm like, hey, let me ask you this. Why is it so expensive to pair a Paddock timepiece? You know, like I get it, it's an expensive thing, and I get the concept of like there are performance cars that it takes a lot. I was like, but does it really take like you're offering like $25,000 to $30,000 to repair this watch? I'm like, why is that? Could you explain it to me? Because in my mind, the only reason I said because in my mind I'm like, okay, because I know they have elements like gold and you know their gemstones inside are like top notch and stuff like that. I get it, man, and I know you have to pay for your labor and stuff like that. I was like, man, but well over like I forgot the exact number, but I know it was over $25,000, right? Here's the deal. What was explained to me is when they put those watches out, it's not like they have an array of parts for that thing. So some of these parts have to be fabricated. I said, fabric? He said, yeah. You have to get the dimensions and stuff like that. It's a lot of doing nothing. Like, and they can do it. Not so much that they like to because it's a lot of work that goes into it. So I was like, oh, okay. So you are paying for that stuff. And you're paying for the expertise of that person getting this watch together, man. And that's what, like, I still say that mechanical watches, automatic watches are so dynamic. It's amazing watching them break these things down in all the little intricate parts and stuff. But hold up, man. I didn't hit my what's some chicken, y'all. I'm sorry. I forgot to put my do not disturb on, and it's not like, and my do not disturb still disturbs me. I'm gonna have to go back to the place and be like, hey man, y'all help me with this because I can't figure it out. You think price is based on that or heritage, bro? On watches, it's definitely the heritage of it because it'll be cheaper to maintain. Yeah, the heritage, of course, bro. It gotta be. It gotta be in a lot of cases, man. From what I'm seeing, bro, it's definitely because, like, you know how I think, man, as a consumer and as somebody that's a fan of watches, bro. Um, Take for example, let's take for example that we, you know, a lot of us in here, some of us, I ain't gonna say a lot, some of us in here collect Invicta and Aragon, right? You're talking anywhere from the $25 all the way up to maybe $550, realistically. But then you go outside of the realm of Invicta and the Aragon, right? And now I'm going to put Deep Blue and Nubeo in that same vein because all of them are, in my opinion, are so similar. They all use Swiss parts and stuff like that. So we're going to put them over here on the shelf. Remember, $25 to $500. But then you have companies like Zellos. Zellos offers you titanium, sapphire, of course, and don't get so excited over because you got sapphire crystal. It's not like I've purchased sapphire crystal for one of the watches I have. It's not that big a deal. You know what I'm saying? But my Zellos black tip, if you look at it on paper, the dimensions, the specs, this thing is standing in line with some heavy hitting watches that are cost almost two times that of the Zellos. I'm like, wow. Zellos doesn't have history, right? It wasn't among it wasn't among the top watches or whatever the case was. You know what I'm saying? Or the watches that have what have you. I just like you are paying for the name, bro. You are definitely paying for the name, hands down. No question at all. Trap, did you see the new Christopher Ward? Yes, that loom. Oh, man. Don't do this to me right now, Monk. I'm in a public place, bro. I'm in a public place. You know I get excited, get loud. People don't understand me right now, bro. Please don't do that to me, man.
I wasn't sure this was a thing.
Ooh, cause I wanna holler, bro. That watch is sick, bro. God, dog. You know I love loom, man. Oh, dude, that's crazy. Man, bro. Pelagos competitive. Heck yeah, bro. Hey, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what? And you know what I respect about Christopher Ward? Christopher Ward has definitely, when I tell you 100%, and you can fight me on this or not, I don't care. Christopher Ward has literally taken, they got heritage, history, 20 years in the game is a decent amount, right? Because you have companies that's less than that. There's one expensive brand, I can't think of the name off top, and I want to say they got started in like 2005 or something like that. Gosh, and this guy's a very prestigious watchmaker, man. I can't think of this his stuff is expensive. But anyway, they have fallen into a vein where they can compete with the big dogs, man, and give you some of the best quality watches out there, man. And Christopher Ward name alone, man, is just off the charts, bro. You're not gonna argue. You can't argue Christopher Ward. Christopher Ward is one of those, I would say, the company that is one and done. You don't have to go to any other company if you say, hey, all right, I don't want to spend $5,000 on a watch. I don't necessarily need the cheapest watch. I need something that sound, that can compete, something I can love and enjoy. They got watches that you can beat up. They got watches that you can just really cherish and love. Man, they are hitting on so many different levels, man. Christopher Ward is an amazing brand. Up top, bro. And I've seen their display 4 times already. I don't own a Christopher Ward just yet. But Christopher Ward I'd say Christopher Ward is a commitment company. Like, I don't want to dive into Christopher Ward yet because before there's too many other watches I want to put in front of that, man. Christopher Ward is actually in my top 10. Like, of the 10 watches I want to get over the next however, Christopher Ward is in there. When I saw that watch, bro, yes, I definitely want to put that in there. But again, I don't have my Certina. I don't have my Formex. Those two, yes, I definitely like hands down. I definitely want to add those two. If I don't add nothing else, if I don't add. Man, I was looking at Baltic. I tried on Baltic. Baltic is dope. It's fresh and it's a dope watch, man. It's a dope watch. But again, the Formex and Certina are like two important pieces that I want to add to my collection. Um, there's still another Longines I want to add to the collection. There's still another Tissot that I want to add to the collection. And another watch, man, that I think is absolutely amazing for low cost, man, is the Citizen Forza. The Chronograph, oh yeah, I like that one too. Hold on. Change the topic. Do you think Aragon back on shot will generate the same buzz Invicta has? It's a good question, man. I would say I want to say yes. I want to say that it's going to be a toss-up though, because I think it's going to be a good matchup between JTV and Shop if that happens. But based on what I saw, I was looking at a list of somebody asked a question on Facebook about the watches. I didn't see Aragon's name being mentioned in the watches that's coming. They've already added some watches. And dude, they're adding like 20 different brands on Shop HQ. But it can though, bro. It very well can. I don't know. Because they still got the core collectors, man. Vic, and I think it can, but I just don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's a part of me that feel like maybe it's too late for that. And there's also a part of me that feel that Shop HQ has lost that ability to garner that attention. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw how many people showed up for Shop HQ's last episodes of Invicta. People that hadn't watched or actually, I don't say watched, chatted. I seen some names and I was like, I haven't seen you in about 2 or 3 years. So, Mark, extremely comfortable to wear, change type. Black Bay Chrono is kind of going on me. Okay, I got to look at that. The new blue black. Like the watch, but don't really like titanium as a watch material. It always look kind of dull compared to this thing. And see, I like it. What's going on with Collector Invest? And I like it because it just reminds me of military. Might have to grab that in like 18 months, get a discount. Extremely comfortable wear. It feels like nothing on the wrist. Almost okay for it. It's crazy. I have to check it out and wrist before I buy it. Yeah, okay. Need to monitor Aragon, Millipede, Tissot PRX Auto. In that order. Okay, hey y'all. Hey, I gotta go. Unfortunately, I gotta go pick a kid up from college. Yeah, parenting never stops, right? So let's reconvene. I'll drop the video. I'll drop the notifications for the upcoming battle. You guys let me know in the comment sections below what you think about the PRX that I showed you today. And would you buy one? And if you have, another thing, how many people have purchased from Jake over at State Farm? He's not at State Farm. I just want to say that. But Trifecta, how many people have purchased from Trifecta? Let me know. And we go from there. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. It's been great. You guys have an amazing day, man. And until the next one, man, y'all be blessed.